Shaping our reality from our past. So, how does that work from when we're growing up to where we are now? So, I'm going to go back to my past when I was around 21 years old. And this was one of my painful times in my life and how it shaped who I am now. So, when I was about 21 years old, there was a situation and an influence in my life. I was with a woman previous to the one I am with now. And she decided, we decided to have a child. And about a month after she was pregnant, she decided she didn't want to be with me. And this was one of my most devastating moments in my life at 21 years old, just turning 22. So we were staying in a house in Surrey. And I decided to stay in this house where I was boarding a room. So one day I woke up and I walked out the door and I was getting ready to go to work. And there was an RCMP squad outside the house. And then they stopped me and asked me, "Why are you here? Who are you?" And so I explained, I'm just a boarder here. And they're saying, "Well, I think I advise you to leave this house." Somebody had passed away on the couch in the living room. And talking about influences, I had smelt something in that house that reminded me of my past, of somebody, the smell of death. This put a fear inside me as soon as I smelt this. And this comes from the influences from our sense of smell. Then when I found out that they were actually doing heroin in the house. And of course, in my mind, I knew something was going on. And also, too, what I found out was the landlord was a bank robber. This put a fear in my life of trust, putting trust in people. Means I didn't trust my own instincts in my own life. So at that time, I left. I packed my bags and left. So within that time, I didn't see, and I didn't even see my son, my first son, being born. Because my, at that time, girlfriend had found somebody else. And this was another painful point. Learning from what happened in my past life, I actually carried on to my next relationship. And the same pattern happened over again. She got pregnant, then left to go back to Japan. We actually got married. But it didn't last very long. It only lasted for 2 years. So the same pattern happened in my life. And it took many years for me to really truly understand. And if you know my story, 6 years later after she left to go to Japan and had our child together, she came back 6 years later and we ended up getting remarried again. But that was without love. So in the last 6 years, I've been truly working on my relationship, on my life, on how I created my past to where I was and where I am now. We can truly change our lives when we truly understand why things happen in our lives. Embracing what our past was is fantastic. But don't allow that past situations and influences create your future. Because they will create your future. Because when you put into your subconscious mind, goes out to the universe, and then comes right back into your influences and your situations. So find your situations and influences in your life that are creating your pains, your unfortunate situations in your life that reoccur over and over and over again. Change them. Delete them. Don't forget them, your past. But embrace and accept that these things are continuously happening in your life. Because if I didn't change what was influencing me in situations in my life, I don't know what would happen into my future. Would I be with the woman I am now? To tell you the truth, I don't think so. So change your life today. Change your influences. Change your situations. We have the ability to change. Change them now. Everybody have a fantastic day. Enjoy life. Create happiness every single day. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.